Hello. It is, oh my God, what day is it even? It's Thursday and it's late. But I was having so much fun playing that I decided let's go ahead and play together. So I was watching Crafty by Toni. Oh my God, where has this woman been my whole life? Phenomenal. Check her out. I will link her channel below. And she did some really cool enamel, faux enamel dangles, little like charms. Now, I was not able to get them when I was messing around to look quite like hers. Oh my God, I didn't even tell you what we're doing. We're going to do 3 different mask makes and just a few of each. But anyway, so I was not able to get them to look just like hers, but still ended up with a pretty cool result. So I thought, let's do it. Going to do just 3 of these first ones. It's pretty quick. So what we're using: embossing. It's an embossing stamper. This embossing powder says it's white. It's really more of kind of a creamy. I've got some clear. I've got some mica powder. And I've got some inks. So I think you guys are going to love this. So let's just jump right in to our very first little project. She did a really cool thing where instead of dumping her embossing powder on top of everything, she gets them the embossing ink on it and then dips it, and it's so smart, and it works so much better if you don't like to get you know, powder absolutely everywhere. So here we go. Jump right in, and I'm doing it, actually I'm doing it on this dark paper so that you can see, since they are such a light color. I'm going to put this smaller one on here because I don't want to ruin a whole piece. So let's just get that all wet, and then take it and you dip, and it will only stick and then you just tap it. And a quick little blow if you need to. I'm going to do one at a time because I can't hold down more than one. So I'm going to hit this quick, and this is going to give us a really pretty creamy white result. Oh my gosh, I can't even get a hold of my gun here. All right. I'm holding it with this. Oh, we kind of missed a spot, but that's okay. I'm holding it with this because I tried holding it with my tweezers and I melted my tweezers to my project. So that's not helpful. So I'm just gonna get that good and saturated. I'm gonna do another dip. It reminds me of like dip nails. Turn it upside down here and tap it. Little blow. And gonna dry it. It will blow your tag right off your paper, so gotta hold it down. go. And let's do one more. If you want it to be super smooth, you can do it more than once. I'm liking the texture, and I will show you why in just a moment. I'm going to try to hold it this way to get the... Oh no, it's not. Uh-oh. We're going to do like that. Okay, got it. This embossing powder is so old. I got these at a garage sale, I think it was, and yeah, I have no idea where all this has been, but it's, yeah, it's old. Giving it just a little bit of a blow. If you do use a paintbrush to hold it down, don't use a plastic one, you will be sad. I am not great at embossing. I'm sure that I leave it on too long. We could even do another coat of that if we want. This one is well and cool, but we really don't have to. Set that over here. And now I'm gonna ink the edges. When she did it, she used paint. I don't have distress paint, so I'm gonna just use the archival ink. Since this isn't a distress ink, but they are the colors, it goes nicely with a lot of our other projects. I'm gonna first do some brown. And this will not then activate when we do our other layers because it is permanent, and it will be sealed in with one of our other steps, so you don't have to worry about it wiping off. Got a little extra on that one, but that is okay. So now I'm gonna go around and get do some black. Not as much, just on the edges, just to give a little bit more depth of color. I simply could not get it to look like she did, and I'm sure a lot of it, well, part of it is technique, probably most of it, but also I'm not using the bright white. Hers are just spectacular. Okay, now I'm going to take, not that, I need this. I'm going to take just a little bit, the smallest amount of mica powder. I mean, you can't barely even see. I can't even tell if you can. I can't see what I'm doing, guys. There, tiny spit. Okay. And I'm going to just start brushing it around. And as the more you brush it, the color starts sinking in to the texture on this embossing powder and gives this really cool ceramic effect. I'm like, ooh, too fun. I mean, you can go with absolutely any color, obviously. I don't want to get too much on there. So you start and it looks like you can't see it. Just keep going. This was a surprising little find when I was playing around. first I thought, oh, you can't even see it. And I was so disappointed. And then all of a sudden it just pops right up, which I thought was super, super cool. Right. So that has us there. And now I'm going to put some numbers on it. I just pulled out a few of, well, where did they all go? There we go. Look, I set them on my block so that they would be close by. I just pulled a few out of field notes. And without getting, you know, too fancy, here, let's at least put it so I can see what I'm doing. Just putting one stamp on each one. And it doesn't have to be perfect because these are supposed to look old. Okay, so there is that. I'm gonna let them start to dry a little bit. And we're done with this. And I'm going to now grab a brush. The only reason I'm doing this with a brush is because I don't want to get this all dirty, and I'm fairly certain that it would. So I'm just getting some on my brush. And going over the top. And it smears a little, and I like it that way. I think that looks cool. So let's get these ones out of the way. And now we're gonna go over it with clear. So we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna dip it. Tap it. And heat it. Let's see. Oh, that's not. I was like, that looks really large. All right. So now let's see it with some heat. And you can see. I'm gonna let that cool a little bit. Move that around over here, and let's do the other ones. Like I said, just started playing with this. So I'm sure there are tons of techniques that would make them look even way better. Oh, I forgot to blow the extra off that other one. Set it down. We'll anchor ourselves and get to melting. One more. close this. Get it all? Yes, I think I did. All right. So let's grab our strings and put them back on. And you could do this in any color. You could do it in any size. So fun. All right. Oops. And she does show how you can use matte medium over the top of your base layer to get a nice clear stamp. She does use a colored glaze over the top of hers, and I don't have that. So I just let the clear spread it around a little bit. And so there is what we end up. There you can see some shimmer, I guess, some of the shiny. So little mini ceramic looking tags. So there's number one. Not even too far into our video yet. Here are my little trial ones. This one has a slightly darker blue. I could have probably put more blue on there, but that is okay. They still look cool, in my opinion. All right. Idea number one. Let's get this stuff out of our way now. Now, for number two, let's make some tickets. It's been a bit since we made tickets. Oops, I see I've got that glare right there. So it's been a while since we made some tickets. I don't even know if that is cut completely straight. Doesn't matter. We're just having some fun. And so I picked up at a secondhand store one of these, I think it's like a hem marker. And I got, that might be what it's called. It's for sewing. I got one that has pretty deep points, and we're going to use these to make perforations on a strip of tickets. And I will show you how. So first thing we're going to do is pick our ticket design, and this is a new, I didn't even see the fractions. That's cool. This is a new set of stamps from Temu, so I'm going to use this guy. And last time we made ticket strips, I attempted, go this side so I can get it straight on the line. I just stamped in a line and not on a strip of paper, and then tried to cut it, and it was so silly. And somebody said, why don't you cut your paper first? And brilliant, right? So that's what we're going to do this time. Now, this clearly is not straight. Let's see which side is straight, so that if we are this side, this was the edge of the paper. I have such a hard time getting it straight when I try to make little bitty strips. if I would get my paper trimmer, put it on my desk instead of trying to do it on top of my printer. I have a feeling that it would work a lot better. It's a pretty nice little stamp. I like how it's got the missing pieces on the edge. It's going to look very much like a misprint, and I love it. Might have been a little low, but it is okay. We're just generally trying to be about the same. We're going to get a lot of tickets out of this one. And it's going to look like we cut the ticket off the end, and that's totally fine. My spacing between is not all that fabulous, but that's okay. It is okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and straighten this up. I probably should have done that first, but I didn't, so we're going to do it now. I'm just going to grab a knife, which is, oh, put away. All right, let's just grab the knife. And let's straighten this guy up. This quilting ruler, which I got for quilting when I used to make a couple of little things for my kiddos when they were small, was the best thing ever. It is fantastic for straightening things up. All right, we are in better shape now. So here is what we're going to do. Quick little drink, sorry about that. I'm going to get, I just have this piece of foam. And you can use anything that has some give to it, but not, you want it soft enough that this can poke down in. So here's what we're going to do. Where's my, there. Okay. Reach. Gonna see here. Relatively straight-ish, and I'm just gonna push down and run it right through, and we now have perforated tickets. I know there are dies that you can get. Let me just make this like this. I know there's dies that you can get that do this for you, but I thought this was a pretty slick little trick when I saw somebody do it. Oh, look what I did. Oops. Pay attention. I was trying to think of who I saw do this, and I don't remember. But obviously, you want to pay attention. Better than I do, clearly. And if you don't get it, the other kind of cool thing about these is if you don't get it all the way through, you can line it back up and finish it off. Okay, so good start. Now, let's take our hole punch and let's make these really look like tickets. So I'm gonna go, I can't see through the bottom, but we're gonna be close enough. We're gonna do just about half. Line it up on our, except for that one that's crooked, line it up on our perforations. That one got a little much. And then we can just go to town here. This is not my favorite. I should have just got my crocodile out. but that's okay. Just gonna zip right down here. And the end. Oops, I didn't go all the way down. So the amount of fun that we could have with these, and just, you could do any stamp, any, I'm just gonna put a little bit of a rounding here so it looks like we tore it. Any stamps, washi tape, stickers, absolutely anything that you would want to add to this. Now, I think let's do kind of a two-tone with our inking, I think. We're gonna go ahead and do our vintage first. And then we're gonna go on the edge even a little bit darker. And you could use, absolutely, and you could use patterned paper. That would look pretty cool. Tickets come in any color at all. So you really do have free reign. I'm gonna do a little bit, oh, somebody's making some noise. I'm gonna do a little bit here on the perforations just to help them show up. There we go. Oh, probably want to do the edge here. All right, so there is that. And now we're gonna go in, get rid of the black here with some scorched timber and make them even more grungy. It doesn't have to be all exact. Just, you know, hit it in random spots. Make them look old and dirty. Now, I do think that we might enjoy a little bit of splatter grunge. And I think, let's see, what do we want to use? We could go, oh, not this one. We could go, where did the tea dye go? I know it's here because there it is. I was gonna say I just saw it. Or we could even try to go with the linen. The antique linen. Let's try that first. Oh, here we go. I knew I had one of these. Let's go with this and see what it gives us. And then, because we can always go darker. Let's just splat some of these on there. So it's subtle, but you definitely can see it. Let's just carry this on down. Why do I have tape on there? I must have had it held down on something. All right, peel it off and fling it off to the side. Okay. Go this way. That might be, I want kind of big, but not the whole thing. Oh, that's not the same pattern, but that's okay. It's subtle enough you can't see it. So, there we go. Full ticket strip. Fold them up. Do any number of things, right? Let's darken our perforations a little bit more before we move on to idea number 3. All right, pleased. I'm pleased. I love it when we try something new for the first time and it works. That doesn't always happen. We know that. We know that very well. Let's get this out of the way. There was my big foam that I tried the first time. Didn't need that. I like the little smaller one better. Okay. 2 down, guys. In 30 minutes. Can you believe it? Okay. Next. Idea number 3. I'm going to pull 2 pieces of paper. We are going to make some hidden paper clips. And I always struggle with getting my paper clip in the right spot, and then it's always so fiddly to get the outer layer on top of the smaller layer. And I saw a video by Tracey Fox, and we all know how brilliant she is, and smartest idea ever. So I'm going to show you what she does. I had to think. Okay. We take, let's see, how big is this strip of paper? It's 2 1/4 by, what's that? 6? 2 1/4 by 6. And we are going to fold it in half with the pattern that we want on the outside on the inside. So we're just going to fold it in half, line it up, and give it a nice little, where's my bone folder? Here's one, got a couple. We're going to fold it down very nice. Now we're going to fold it back up and make sure that we've got overhang here, because we're going to have a tab at the top. So let's see, how much do we want of a tab? Maybe there-ish. Okay. Now, if you wanted to do some measuring, you sure could. That would totally work. And then you could score it before you fold it, which would make it much easier to fold nicely. But that works out pretty okay. All right, let's give everything a nice squash. And then what you do is you put your paper clip. Now, I didn't make this very large. Let's see, where are, I think that what I need is a small paper clip. Let's dig the paper clips out. Clear at the bottom of the pile of things. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? Okay. Oops. Come on out, paper clips. I know there's some little ones in there somewhere. Mostly big, but there are some little ones. Maybe we'll use rub-ons. We'll see. Ouch, I just rolled over my foot with my chair. Oh, come on. There they are. Here's some little ones. Okay. So then you put your paper clip in here. And when you fold your stuff up, you're already good and ready to go straight in. How about that? How about that? Can you believe it? It's so smart. I love it. Okay. So let's decorate this nice little lady. And the other really good thing, you don't have to glue it down just yet. You can go ahead and decorate. You can take your paper clip off and make it completely flat to decorate, which is so much easier and so much more convenient than trying to mess around the paper clip. So I want to round edges, and I think we'll go with, I like to do it this way so I can see. Let's go with the medium one. Go here as well. I have no plan for how we're going to decorate this, but I think that's okay. We're just gonna go for it and have a good time. And you can decorate both sides. Let's start with, I used the wrong color, I think. Let's start with this. And let's just start getting, try not to go too much over the poor woman's face. We'll go around all our edges that will show. And the back side's gonna be upside down, but I'm okay with that. The front side is gonna be nice. And these are just little offcuts of some things that I've made before. I feel like we definitely, should we use some rub-ons? I've got them. They're just right here. We could. Yeah, why not? Let's see, what do we want to use? I don't know, guys. Let's not overthink it. Let's cut here. And we will cut here. So there's a number. How about this one? And right here. What else do we need? Well, let's put these two on first. I think we'll go to the side with this one. Kinda straight-ish. There we go. Right, we'll get that guy. Get that guy going. You know what I'm gonna do? I've heard that a pencil works really nice for these because you have good control. You're used to holding the pencil. We'll just color right over the top and see what we end up with. Where's our pokey tool? We got it okay? I think we do. All right. That does work good. All right. Next, we're gonna go with this guy. We're gonna be right over her face, but we're also gonna go a little bit off, and that's okay too. We're gonna keep mostly to the side of her face. I don't use these nearly often enough, but they're so fun. Let's see if that did it. Yep. Some of these you have to just about break your arm with the amount of pressure that you need, but these are not like that. Okay, so there's some of those. Now, what else do we want to put on there? How about a couple couple of stamps. We're going to just go ahead and stick with black since that's what we've got going on. Stamp block, you went where? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go with this as a pretty, very pretty cursive. I like that. Oh, we can't forget to do the back. That would be a mistake. Do we want to put a ticket on there? Nah. We'll put a tag on there or something. How about letter parcel? It's been quite a while since we've done these. I think I already said that. But it's late, guys. Whoops. Oh, look, his little mustachy thing fell off. That's why they come off so easy. How about right there? Oops. Now I just need to slow down. Writing all over my paper. It doesn't erase well, but that's okay because it'll just blend into the background. That. We definitely need some layering. What about, we had all these little things out. Was it yesterday when we were playing? I think it was. Let's see if we have any of these numbers left over from yesterday, or squares, or what else do we have? Oh, here. Tons of these little guys. Got some stamps. We don't need a dangle on our thing there. We could put a cool stamp on the back. And maybe a butterfly. Or a number. That looks cool. Let's do this. Let's ink. Whoa, this is super delicate. I better be careful. All right. I'm going to see if I can manage. Let's see. Use glue stick on this. Oh, I have had my glue stick on the side of my desk that's closest to the lamp, and it's kind of melty. Oops. And we just covered up the front of our letter parcel, but that's also okay. Now, do we want the lighter colored 3, or do we want... I like how this 7 stands out, but I do think it's too bright. These have 2. Has this got 2? It doesn't. We're going to do something a little different with this. We're going to go ahead and glue this down. But instead of inking it, oh my gosh, I might have completely killed that with my, let's see if we can salvage it. Kinda. Oh my goodness. It's not straight, but we're going to say we don't care. And we're going to make it stand out by using our water soluble pencil. I don't use this nearly enough, and I think it's so cool. Do I have? Yes. I want a little straight brush. So what I'm gonna do is just draw in here with this. It's a graphite, but it's water soluble. These are so fun. This is a General's Sketch and Wash, it's called. It's similar to a Stabilo pen, which I do not have. So I need some water. Not a lot. Well, but it does have to touch the water. If the brush doesn't touch the water, you are in trouble. It's not going to work. And then you just kind of work this around and get that that graphite moving. It's almost like a watercolor pencil, only more intense. So I think these things are so cool. And then if you want to do another layer on top of it, what you're going to want to do is put some, you're going to want to seal it with some matte medium. And you're going to have to be real careful because the matte medium is wet. And so, water, not that much water. And so, you basically would want to dab it on to seal that up. See if we can clean up that two a little bit. There we go. I like that. Now, let's see, we already have a stamp, so we don't need another stamp. I'm gonna put this little label on there, but I want it to have something on it. Let's see. We already have the figure. Let's grab, let's see, is there something in here? Can we use some of this cool equation here? Let's do that. Let's see if I can. Very cool. All right, and here we go. That's not what I want. I don't want black. I want this. I know we said we were using black. Oh, but we did also use this, so 'tis okay. So let's grab our art glitter glue. I'm getting so low. I officially finished up the big bottle into, what is going on? That looked weird. Cool. I like it. That looks nice on the back. Okay, now let's play on the front with this little lady. I don't want to do a big stamp. Definitely, let's put that on there. We don't want to cover her up a ton. I still want to be able to see her. She's pretty. This will pull in more of the red. And we'll use this guy to kind to make that blue pop. I probably overdid it on there, but let's see, do we want to go above or below? I can't see because my finger's in the way. Let's go above. I might have liked it more below, but too late now. And we don't need to overthink it. It's too late at night to overthink. Okay. How do we feel about, I feel like we need to pretty this up even more. So let's see, how do we want to do that? How about a little bit of lace? We haven't used any lace for a while. Let's grab down the little lace container. I haven't used this yet. Is that too much? That might be a little too big. What about this? Is that too white? Let's try it. Let's try that, and if we don't like it, then we can maybe go with that. We'll pick one of those two. And we'll just say that it's going to be great. All right, so let's go ahead. Ooh, but will that be, that's going to be in the way of the paper clip. All right, so instead of on the bottom, we're going to put it either on the side or on the top. And I've already lost my paper clip. I had one job, and that was to have a small paper clip. Haha. Tried to hide, but we found him. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and we need to decide, first of all, which lace, and then if we want it on the side, the top, what are we going to do? Well, I think we have to do it on the top because it looks like a crown. I don't think we have any choice. And maybe a little piece of pink ribbon behind it, or do we want to bring out some of the blue? Let's see what this looks like. Haven't used this yet. This was another Temu find. How would that look if we put the lace? Yeah, I think we got to do that. So how do we want to do that? How about, I could run it through the machine, but let's not. Got this little piece of paper. Oh, I'm just going to use that for something. My God, has there ever been a time in our crafting lives where we haven't said that? Oh, I'm going to use that for something. Here. This is a much better piece of cruddy paper because I don't want to use it for anything else. That's why it's better for this. All right, rounding the corners ish. we still fit behind there? Yes. Except for this weird piece that's being wonky. Okay. I'm going to use this as my little template. And we're just going to start gluing this down. Start on this edge. I'm going to make sure it sticks up quite a bit from the top. And it clearly makes an enormous, stupid mess. I'm basically just making a giant mess. I can't even say that this is going to hold that great. I maybe should get a different glue somewhere. I've got my 3-in-1, but I used it to fix something, and I think I don't remember where I put it. That's kind of the story of my life. Anybody that knows, well, that's bogus. Okay, that's not working. Let's try this again. Let's pause so I can go find my glue, and then we'll do it the right way. Found it. Okay. So, all I've managed to do so far is partially glue my paper to the table. Okay. We're gonna be smarter. Oh, come on. We're gonna try to be smarter about this. I should have shook it down while I was walking back in here. Here it comes. This is the goopiest stuff ever. It works really good. Except for when it boogers out the top. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop making this harder than it has to be. We're gonna set it down in the sticky, and then we're going to scooch it together. Oh my God. What a mess. Don't do it like I'm doing it. Oh, Lord. All right. Maybe this will work better for me. Perhaps. Stop squeezing them. Trying to move it, not pick it up. Well, it's not going to be exact. Or probably even remotely close. But if I can manage... Oh my God, what a mess. If I can manage to not completely glue my fingers to each other, to the table. There's a big mess. All right, this is coming out, so we might as well get our lace on here, because we've got all this glue. Still gluing my fingers to it. And she's about in the middle, so I think I'm going to go right about here. I'm going to try to be a little smarter about it this time. Maybe. Thankfully, we're not going to see the bottom, so it doesn't matter that it's a stupid mess. Okay. I shouldn't call it a stupid mess. It's a giant mess. It is a crafty mess because we're having fun. That's what I should say about it. While we're waiting for that, I still have this stamp on here, and I think it's really cool. So we're going to put another one on. We're going to put, where are we going to put this? Let's put it about right here. I know we're going over the figure 1, figure 2, but it's still cool. So we're going to put it there anyway. All right. Let's see how this is coming along. Oh, it's coming along better than my fingers. All right. Do we want, yeah, I don't think I'm going to put lace on the other side, but I do think that we want to, I'm going to cut this off far enough out that we can trim it how we want. I do think that we want to pull this around and have it also on the back. So let's get back out our sticky, messy glue and add a little more to the back side. I probably should darken that up just a bit so it's not so obvious, because this side isn't going to be covered with the lace, so we probably should. I'll try to be a little smarter about this side. We'll see. Get our lid on right away. I do like this bit of a flare on the corner though, so I'm gonna try to see if we can keep that there. That kind of worked. I'm doing it again with my fingers. Don't know why. I've got a table full of tools and I would rather just get my fingers a mess. Glue them to everything that I'm touching. All right, let's see here. Do we have time to squishy this over a little bit? Yeah, a little. I would say yes, but let's see. I wonder if this will work for just this bit. Let's hope. Maybe if I wasn't so impatient and I just held it where it was. Kind of sassy to myself. This, it's almost like this is separated. It doesn't, it just seems really milky. Maybe it's just because of the way it's soaking through that. This ribbon has a really, oh, I don't know the right word for it. Like a wide weave, a large kind of weave. Oh, wishful thinking. That's what we were doing right there. This is a huge mess. All right. See, this just works better with fabric or ribbon. For sure works better. Okay. All right, so there's our little crown. Oh, it's cute. Little crown for a paper clip. So I think I'll just leave it hanging over the side. I was gonna trim it, but you know, kind of why. Let's make sure I'm not gluing this to the table. After all this, that would really be a little heartbreaking, actually, to glue it to the table. We would just call it and be like, good night. End of the evening, if something like that happened at this point. Let's see, where was that? I had a, I don't know where it went. I had a little thing that, never mind. Never mind, stop talking and just work before your glue dries. Okay, now, so there's that. Let's go ahead and push that down. And now, all the way to the edge. And let's pop this guy down and make sure our edges are straight. That might be a little not straight. But if that's the case, oh, and we don't want to glue it together. That's super fun. Look how pretty she is. We're gonna go ahead and glue. Let's hurry up and get the, oh no, where'd the lid go? Oh, there it is. Let's hurry up and get the lid on here before it gets too out of control. And let's put this on. We just need one more little step, and that is to ink the edges of our folds. I wish I would have done that before, but I didn't. So we're going to do it now. It might not get super covered. Well, maybe it will. That doesn't look so bad. Should have done that before. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no worries. We are all good. Okay, so let's make some space. I blame the ribbon for going over an hour, guys. That gave me fits. Okay, let's get all of this stuff that we don't need out of our way and look at our fun for this evening. Okay. So we have our, oh my God, look at my hands. We have our little ceramic looking tags. And we have our tickets, perforated, and altered paperclip. Loads of fun to decorate. So there we have it. 3 more mask making ideas that you guys can use to use up scraps, build your stash, you know, just pass some time. That's all I got for tonight. And so thanks so much for hanging out with me, and we will see you guys all next time. Bye.